I casually flicked away a cigarette butt. I never expected that one careless move would lead me to the highest point of my life. I noticed that after the cigarette butt hit the ground, it didn't stay where it landed. Instead, it followed the flow of water and drifted all the way downstream. That immediately made me feel like something wasn't right. To find out what was going on, I followed it. Carried by the current, the cigarette butt went straight into a sewer drain. What I saw next completely shocked me. The direction of the water flow actually led straight to the biggest bank in town. To test my instinct, I ran along the path of the water for a while. Sure enough, I discovered that the sewer system around the bank was connected. A bold idea quickly took shape in my mind. The next day, I told my friend about it. That night, after the bank closed, we drove to a spot near the bank. I took out a tape measure and slid it down beneath the manhole cover. After taking measurements and checking everything carefully, we came to one conclusion. We were only 18 meters away from becoming millionaires. We were thrilled, but digging straight into the vault was too risky and too reckless. First, we had to figure out the layout inside the bank. The next day, I went into the bank disguised as an ordinary customer. As I walked around, I carefully noted the position of every security camera. I also secretly took pictures of the key areas. Before long, my suspicious behavior caught the attention of a security guard. He ordered me to hand over the camera immediately, but after checking it, he found nothing. Because before he looked at it, I had already taken out the memory card. In fact, I had let myself get stopped on purpose. That way, I could get an even clearer look at the bank's internal structure. After I got home, I immediately drew a floor plan of the bank from memory. Even with that blueprint, we still had one problem. We didn't know the exact distance from the sewer to the vault. Then I came up with a simple solution. The next day, I marked my bicycle tire. Starting from the sewer entrance, I pushed the bike all the way to the bank's front door. By counting the number of wheel rotations and using some basic math, we figured out the straight line distance. That meant we could dig a tunnel directly to the vault. Thinking about the fortune that was almost in our hands, we started digging that very night. But soon, we ran into another problem. Even if we made it into the vault, how were we supposed to open the safe? If it took too long, the whole plan would fail. To study the lock structure, we sent in another friend, Mike. The next day, he disguised himself as a wealthy customer going in to make a deposit. He managed to get close to the vault door and carefully observe how the lock mechanism worked. After he came back home, we immediately got to work building a hydraulic device. That device could open the lock in just a few seconds. Driven by the dream of getting rich overnight, we spent several nights digging non-stop in the sewer. Just when we thought everything was under control, a new problem appeared right as the tunnel was about to be finished. How were we supposed to break through the floor of the vault? During the day, the bank was full of people coming and going. Even the slightest noise could expose us. I had no choice but to give up the original plan. Then I came up with an even bolder one. Since we couldn't get in through the vault door, we would just rob the bank in broad daylight instead. One group would create chaos in the lobby to draw the attention of all the guards. At the same time, the other group would sneak into the vault through the tunnel. They would have enough time to open the safe without anyone noticing, and that tunnel would be our escape route. My friends all loved the plan and agreed to it right away. So the next day, we coated our fingers with glue to cover our fingerprints, grabbed a few toy guns, and walked straight into the bank.
Señoras, señores, esto es un asalto